Casas Calimera. Tyler makes me coffee every morning in my personalised mug that we carry everywhere. Pretentious. It's our last morning in Greece. We've been here for 2 weeks, travelling around, but we're heading off to Albania this morning and then Montenegro, finishing in Dubrovnik, so we're going to finish our tour of the Balkans. Looking forward to it, don't know what to expect, don't know anything about Albania, but it's just a little bit of extra complication or an extra layer of preparedness because the EU is really comfortable. But taking these views, having the cough, and then we're going to pack. Ugh.
Hello, good morning. I don't have that in Albanian just yet. It's quite different to English. So when we cross the border, we make sure that we get our phones ready with this sort of information, as well as like any currency exchange, so we don't get duped at borders. Because we're going to lose reception as soon as we leave the EU.
We crossed the border, no problemos, but that was about an hour and a half ago. And when we first crossed, there was a guy in a little like booth who flagged us down and was like, green card. And I was like, what do you want about? The limited information about how to cross the border into Albania. And he's like, you need to buy a green card. And then on a scrap piece of paper just writes €49 on it. And I just said no. We'll ask if that's legit because it just seems so dodgy. There was no other people trying to sell it, no banners, nothing. And also like when we got the vignette going into Bulgaria, it was fucking everywhere. But we... That motherfucker... Lucky I can multitask. That truck was here. Sorry, we'll bleep that out. But we have passed, I think, 4 sets of police that have pulled people over so far in this hour and a half since we've crossed the border. And so I'm wondering if we've made a huge mistake. And poor mates, we've made a huge mistake. I don't know anyone who's been to Albania. We don't have any personal recommendations. And so we're just looking at blogs, and all the blogs that we read were like, Vlore is so lovely. But I think that we're just like in the shoulder seasons and it's just not happening. We went for a walk. We found like the waterfront, which had some potential. But otherwise, we just came in with expectations that this is going to be really beautiful, just like Paga was in Greece. And it's not that. So we've kind of come in and it's not very nice swimming situation. So we've just kind of retreated. We'll still go out and try some traditional food. We've got other stops in Albania, but poor Vlore, not so sure. The tip of the scenario is that we found some like really nice fresh bread yesterday afternoon, and we'll crack into the Vegemite that Jamie brought us from London, because we haven't had Vegemite toast since we left Australia. Didn't pack any, didn't think to. You saw us packing. Go to that episode. And the oven isn't working to toast the bread, and I'm not having it on plain bread.
Hello, good morning. So we are here in Albania, our first stop, Vlore. You may see some footage earlier about how we had a bit of what you might call culture shock. But then we did our research and we found a couple of cool stops in Vlore. So we're going to keep ourselves busy on day 2. And this is stop number 1, a monastery on an island with a rickety old wooden bridge at low tide and beautiful reflections. Okay, so we're here at the Statue of Independence in Vlorë because it signifies a pretty important step in the history of Albania. It was here in Vlorë that Albania declared its independence from the Ottoman Empire in 1912, hence the 1912 on this big behemoth of a statue.
So obviously we didn't get off to a great start because we had expectations going in that weren't met.
Yeah.
But we went back to the drawing board, did a bit more research, and then head out the next day and had a little bit of a poke around.
Yeah, and we found some stuff, and it was what we found was that Vlorë is actually a really culturally significant spot. It's where independence was declared from the Ottoman Empire back in 1912, and we saw some of the things immortalising that in the town.
Yeah. Otherwise, we don't really know anything about Albania other than that quote in You've Got Mail where Tom Hanks is like, "What's the cause today? Free the Albanian riders." I'm into that. And I remember doing research when I was a kid and being like, "Oh, riders were oppressed during a communist regime."
So we're hoping to learn a little bit more when we get to Tirana. There's a couple of museums there, and we will relay that to you guys.
Thanks heaps for watching. If you like this video, click on the playlist to watch the rest of our European adventure. You can see where we started and how the bloody hell we got here on Never Not.